Hey guys, welcome back to my first video of 2019. I know I was supposed to film this a few days ago, but then my tripod broke and so I just put in an order right after it broke, and then this one just came yesterday. So I'm super happy and I'm so glad to be able to come back and film my latest creation. So this here is an envelope collection. As you can tell, it also comes with this gorgeous little box here that I found at the thrift store. It's I think it's wood. I think it's colored on. I'm not sure, but the color scheme is really similar to the one that I wanted to use in the journal, which is sort of mainly green, and then it has hints of purple and red and pinks in there. So I thought that would be perfect for this. And I've also included two gorgeous little antique style earrings here. Again, the colors just sort of pop out in there. And then it also comes with this gorgeous hairpin, which is double-sided. Again, so pretty. I think it makes the collection look so pretty, so pretty. Sorry, there's no other words that I can. But so yeah, this one here uses the Green Room digital kit, not the entire kit, just papers from the kit. It's on my Etsy, and it's a sort of a heirloom kind of like travelers, hints of travels, and there's like vintage ephemera, printed and authentic as well. So we shall start. So it comes wrapped up in this little bow here, so pretty. Oh, by the way, this is a sort of a grungy sort of chic to it. So yes, so I'm gonna open her up. She looks like this. This one here is just a tie ribbon. So these are scraps from a gorgeous pattern dress that I got at the thrift store, and I thought the colors went so well as well. Okay, so let's start off with the first one, which is this adorable little mini one right here. This one uses one of the papers from the kit. It also has this gorgeous purple trim here that has sort of sequins underneath it, so that's pretty awesome. Again, I've used sellotape just to give that sort of old from yesteryear's kind of look to it, and then some crumpled paper here on the back. And then at the back side we have a vintage stamp here, and then inside these are super adorable calling cards. This one is from these four are from the I think tailor-made journals on Etsy. So she has offered a collage kit of lots and lots of Victorian cards in there. So I think there's like 4 pages so full of them, so I just decided to go with this one right here. Super pretty. So you can journal on the back of those, and these are just some printed papers from one of the paper pads that I have, and that just tucks in this little mini envelope right there. And then this one here is bundled up like this. So this is sort of ephemera from the girl who owns, you know, this whole collection. So this is from her great-grandparents who are immigrants, and then you'll see ephemera from Germany, from Poland and stuff, and France, stuff like that. And then let me just find a place to put this. I'll just put that there. This one is a passport that I printed off the internet. I noticed that Eva from Bohemian Crafting and Nazi uses, you know, they print out passports to go with their journals, which I thought was a super awesome touch to making the idea of heirlooms you know, come to life. And this one here, I just put a stamp there So this one goes like that. So that's the picture of probably her great-grandpa. It's pretty full, but I thought it would serve as a nice background as a little booklet, so you can write your thoughts on some scrap paper and then just use these as a background and decorate them. So I thought that was pretty cool. And this one here is an authentic envelope. I just put a bit of fabric on the side, and then this one comes with these gorgeous stamps and whatnot on the back, so the postmarks, so I thought awesome. And the inside, as usual, they come with their original letters, so again, beautiful scripting there. And then yeah, so keep these and you can scan it and then use it in your future journals and whatnot, or maybe even future journals that you plan to sell. I think handwritten letters makes such an awesome addition to any, you know, junk journal that you want to do. This one here is also an authentic envelope. I've just embossed the sides here like so. I didn't really, initially I didn't want to do anything to this envelope because I thought this was pretty cool on its own. This is the first time I've seen this one like that. It has this military sort of seal at the side like so. So this is Buenos Aires, so I thought that was awesome. And then but I just like just to add a bit more detail on this side, and then again cellophane tape on the bottom. And on the inside of this one, I have printed out 2 receipts on. This one is called butter paper, so I have a whole pad of butter paper. I don't know why they call it butter paper. I think it's probably similar to something else in different parts of the world, but it's just called butter paper here. So these are really thin paper right there. I think these are 38 grams, so I thought, you know, it's kind of what ephemera, authentic ephemera, the papers are really thin, so I wanted to sort of imitate that style. And then hold on, let me see if I can fold this nicely. Okay, that's okay. I have no idea how I folded this one, but this envelope also includes these 2 German tickets. These are authentic ephemera from the thrift market that I usually visit. So there's like the postmarks here, and then yeah, so these are pretty old. These are I think 1952, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So you can see how worn they are. And I like that the ephemera are 2 different colors, so it just adds sort of a different texture to things. And hold on, so these go into this envelope here. And another authentic ephemera is this one here. This, I'm not sure what this is, but I guess it's a hospital or something kind of card. So there's gorgeous typewritten stuff on the back. You could run that through Google Translate, I guess. This is from 1922, which is super awesome. It smells old too. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I smell the papers. I know I'm weird that way, but they just really have a nice smell to it. Although I think you're not supposed to smell. It's probably mossy and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, I just added this really pretty trim here. This is from a sari fabric that I have in my collection, so you can still see through it. And then yeah, so that is pretty cool right here. And another awesome thing is this printout of a, so you have this French, I think, passport here, and then this one is of a lady, which is in my head is the wife of this guy here, so this would be her great grandparents. And then this one is just a sort of a piece of paper, kind of passport size, passport thingy. I've added some, so this is a Polish Polish passport, and then I've added some vintage tickets as well. This is printed. This is not a real ephemera, by the way. That would be a bit hard to get Polish ephemera here. And then I've just distressed it at the back, so it's fully printed. There's all the pages they have text on them. And then I've just added this little bit here. This is a printout of another Polish ticket, and then I've just added a wax seal here just to give that sort of, you know, authentic feel to it. And that is that. And then another one we have here is, let me just put that there. Another one we have here is this one. This one is from the made using the papers from the digital kit as well, the green room. Just added some buttons, some sari fabric here, distressed the edges with a pen knife to make it look old. And then on the back is just like so. Again, me and my crumpled papers, they are quite therapeutic actually when you just anyway. And then you just open this one up. And the inside here we have, so the lady that owns this collection, her mom is a seamstress. So here we have some sewing ephemera. So we have some gorgeous gold buttons. This is just on a really beautiful embossed white fabric. I didn't emboss this myself, but it just came like so, and I thought that was super pretty. Why is it not focusing? Hold on. There we go. Okay. And we also have, on top of that, we have this gorgeous sari trim here, which is again green to go with the theme. Just a beautiful flower here with some sequins on it. And I've included a thread as well, a spool. So the red one is actually not fabric, it's actually ribbon, and then I've just layered gold thread on top of that as well. So it's pretty cool. It's supposed to go blend with the colors. And then some sort of printouts here, some printed ephemera. This is just some sewing ephemera as well. And here is a Sears catalog, so I thought she would probably go shopping for her, you know, sewing supplies and things like that. So this is printed on craft paper and distressed. So that's that one there. And then hold on, let me just try and put this back nicely together. I'll just put this back in here. So, and onto the next envelope, which is this one here. Oh, this one is really exciting. It's a small detail, but I just love it. So from one of my postcards in my collection, I saw that they actually have those little mini envelopes that sort of stuck to the postcard. So that was, I thought, was so adorable. And then this one is actually a die cut that I bought online. So they have this mini envelope, and I thought it was perfect. I had to have that because I wanted to decorate the vintage postcard that way. This is a real postcard, and then I've just embossed it as well, just to give texture and focus on the flowers here, the pretty little flowers. And inside this mini envelope are stamps that are authentic vintage stamps here. And then again, this has gorgeous writing on the back. And then we have next this one here. This came from an envelope as well. I bought it as so. I don't know where the rest of the envelope went, but I thought the handwriting was pretty cool. The stamps were cool. And it has this little bit here that I guess it's sort of numbers and things like that. I'm not sure, but I thought you could journal on the back as well. If you want to, you could reinforce it with scrap paper or lined paper, so you can journal nice, more, you know, easier, I guess, more comfortably on the back. And then this is just the envelope. I've added more stamps here as well, distressed this, and I've added the little mini tassels as well from my previous gentleman's sketchbook. I bought a whole bunch of tassels, so you'll see that used more often. And the inside of this one we have, this is her family sort of thingies in here. So we have two printed vintage recipe on mahjong paper, and then I've just distressed them. Can't talk again. I don't know why I always stutter when I'm on the camera. I think I'm nervous or something. I don't know why. So they're folded and made to look old. And then these are actually vintage postcards, but I used them to envision the family that owns this collection. So we'll start off with this one actually. So this is actually Edwardian actresses or actors, but they give such a nice sort of photo like material, and this one just says Mr. Lewis Waller and his daughter Nancy. So I thought this was the girl that owns this collection, and then this is her dad here, and then this is the house, their house that they live in, and it's so pretty. I love postcards of old houses because I thought, the black and white ones especially, because they look so serene, and there's this little angel here in this pond here, so super gorgeous. That's the back of those. And then this one here is something special. This is her mom. So this is the only colored one in here because moms are so important. And then I thought this picture was super pretty. This is Edna May. I think she's an actress as well. And then I just love her clothing and the colors. So I decided to put a sample of her clothing, inspired by Nezzy from Amity Bloom. So there we go. I tried to sort of mimic the fabric that she might have used in this dress that she was wearing. So I didn't have roses, so I figured this rose here is, they'll do some magic and fold it and sew it into these gorgeous roses here. And then there's a bit of blue because her scarf, as you can see, is sort of a light blue color. And then some lace here, so I've tried to include that in as well. And then we've also got that black trim here, so there's this black ribbon here as well, just to give that sort of I try as hard as I can to see in my stash what I could have, so I thought that was really pretty. And then this is just back to an vintage book. This is a dictionary page, so yeah, so she kept a part of that of her mom. So that is in this envelope right here. Let me just put that back in. So that one is there. And then hold on, and then we've also got I think 2 more envelopes to go through. Hold on, let me just clip this back. And here we have a see-through envelope. This is an envelope I ordered online. I just love the see-throughness of it. And then I've just embossed the sides of this one. And then I've just added a brad here with some sort of a vintage style ticket or something that you can journal here. Added a little Paris, scrap of Paris there. And then on the inside of this one we have, hold on, so we have this ephemera piece here. This is printed, but it's coffee stained, and then I've just added a beautiful sort of Baroque style fabric here, just to go with the the vintage theme. And then some French dictionary paper here. And of course we have to have more postcards. So this one is of Paris. I particularly chose this one because I wanted it to have more people in the postcards, and then there's this writing here, not writing, sorry, text here as well. I don't see that a lot on, you know, postcards when it comes to landmarks and things like that, so that was pretty cool. And then we have 2 floral postcards here. This one is really pretty. I thought, you know, this is really cool. I think this is the only one that I have in my collection that is like so, and it's black, so pretty awesome. Oh, we have 2 more actually. So this pretty one here, both are French, and then they're written on the back like so. So I will put that back in here. Hold on. Actually, I will just put that back later. It'll take me a while to put everything back, I think. And on this side we have another real vintage envelope. This one is from Boston to France. Again, I didn't do much to it because it's pretty vintage looking on its own. You can journal on here if you like. I've just put some script washi on the back, and then I've just made this side fabric embellishment with some sequins here as well. And the inside of this one has this little journaling card here, which you can journal on the back. And I've also included an authentic French letter here. This one is, I think, what's it? It's a receipt, I think. I have collected quite a few of these, so I decided that I wanted to include more ephemera, more authentic ephemera in my collection. So, you know, you can have this beautiful piece of history here. And then, yes, so you can just scan this and use it in your future journals as well, if you like. And here are 2 love letters that I found online in the public library, the New York Public Library. I've just printed them on here on coffee stained paper, and then I have also embellished the edges with some washi, some fabric like so, and then this is just a tip-in right here, so just to give that sort of an older feel to it than just, you know, if it were just plain papers there. So that is in the last envelope here. Don't you just love how the paper sort of stains with the old HR because it's always closed? I love that. I love that. And finally we have come to the last part of the collection, which is this sort of a shabby, grungy, chic kind of, it's a simple sort of a booklet here. So this one I got from a happy mail from Stephanie from Above Par Crafts. So I just decided to recycle this because the pattern is so pretty, so pretty, and it's grungy. I didn't bother to even trim the edges to make it, you know, symmetrical with the front and the back, because I thought that was super, you know, grungy and felt, you know, authentic to the idea of this whole collection. And then I've just used some masking tape on the side as well, just to reinforce the papers. And then here we have some trim here, and then some sequins. This is an authentic ephemera piece as well. This is from a letter. I think the main part was they wanted to keep the stamps, but it just came like that. So I just backed the part of that top part of that envelope on red paper, red cardstock on the back, and then some gorgeous green sari trim, some pins here. So I really love this notebook. And the inside are just, you know, it's not embellished to the extreme. This is a really simple one. I've just added some poetry, vintage poetry page. This is table of contents, some leisure paper, coffee stains, and then we have some fabric tip-ins here and there like so. Then this is from a, I think this is from an English school book, and then some music sheet here, some fabric tab on the top, vintage hat making book, and then that's the middle of the journal, some beautiful gorgeous trim there as well, and then just super simple page, super simple book, so feel free to, you know, let your creativity shine in here. And then another just sort of a fabric trim on the bottom as well. And then so that's that there. Super simple. This book is super fragile as well, so just be careful with it. And yes, so guys, that is my entire collection. I still don't have a name for her yet. I'll probably just call it the Green Room collection actually. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've got a few ideas lined up for this year. I'm just a bit overwhelmed with everything, but I just want to say thank you again so much for supporting me. I just can't believe where I am right now because of you guys, and it's just so humbling, you know, and I'm so grateful. Thank you everyone, and I hope you guys have a blessed week ahead. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in my next video.